Today, we're unpacking a technology contract that is, well, arguably more strategically important than a new aircraft carrier.
It really is.
We are diving into the U.S. Navy's massive $448 million deal with Palantir for a system they're calling Shipos.
And our mission really is to help you understand why this software investment is the Navy's biggest, most aggressive bet against its global rivals.
It feels like a tectonic shift.
It is. The strategic context here is that the Navy is formally moving away from just trying to build more shipyards. They're shifting toward what they call software-defined manufacturing.
And the urgency for this is pretty intense.
It's acute. I mean, critical projects like the Columbia-class and Virginia-class nuclear submarines are facing severe delays.
And routine maintenance is dragging too, right?
Oh, yeah. Often 20% to, in some cases, 100% longer than planned. They're just hemorrhaging time.
And when you look at the raw geopolitical numbers, you see why. China's shipbuilding capacity by tonnage is estimated to be something like 200 times that of the U.S.
Exactly. You can't bridge that gap just by pouring concrete faster.
So the strategy has to be an asymmetric competition, using software, using AI to try to offset that enormous physical scale.
Right.
So that leads us to the core problem Shipos is trying to solve, this digital black hole. You have over 16,000 suppliers, and all the key information, inventory, production status, it's all just trapped in these isolated, decades-old systems or even spreadsheets.
Literally spreadsheets. And that's where Shipos comes in. It's the fix. This 2-year contract deploys Palantir's Foundry and its AI platform, AIP.
And the scope of this is just, it's not one shipyard, it's huge.
It's staggering. It's the entire maritime industrial base, the 2 big nuclear sub-builders, GDEB and HIINNS, the public naval shipyards, and it even reaches into the supply chain to about 100 key suppliers.
Okay, but they describe it as a meta layer. If the old systems are the problem, why run something so critical on top of them? Why not just rip it all out?
That's the key question, right? Because replacing 16,000 systems across hundreds of facilities is, well, it's functionally impossible.
It'd take forever.
Decades. So this data federation approach is really the only way. Shipos acts like a digital nervous system that just connects all the data without having to replace the old machinery.
It makes them talk to each other.
Exactly.
And the tech that makes that possible is something they call an ontology.
Yeah.
How does that actually create efficiency?
Think of it like a master GPS for the whole industrial process. It's a digital twin that maps everything, every whole segment, every valve, every work order, and crucially, the relationships between them.
Right, the connections.
Yes. That mapping is what allows the AI platform, the AIP, to do predictive analysis. So a project manager can just use natural language, like with an LLM, to ask these incredibly complex questions.
And we saw how this worked in the pilot program, warp speed for warships. The results there were pretty shocking.
They really were.
At GDEB, the submarine builder, planning all the construction steps used to take, get this, 160 hours of manual work.
160 hours, that's 2 solid weeks of someone's life.
Yeah. And Shipos did what?
It compressed that to less than 10 minutes.
Unbelievable. And it wasn't just about speed, it was about safety, too.
Absolutely. At Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, a critical compliance task, the Materials Testing Report Review for Nuclear Sub-Safe Standards, that used to take weeks.
Weeks.
Now it's done in under 1 hour. This allows for what they call dynamic planning. If a part is late, the system just recalculates everything instantly to keep production moving.
So this is a core piece of a much broader defense strategy.
It is. Shipos is a key part of the Replicator 2 initiative, which is all about using proven commercial tech to solve these big industrial bottlenecks.
So what this all means for you is that this contract is, at its heart, a high-stakes, asymmetric bet.
It's a bet that information can replace time, that software agility can actually counteract a massive physical disadvantage in shipbuilding.
Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on.
Yeah, and it's an important one. If Shipos can actually optimize the most complex military-industrial base we have, nuclear submarines, what other massive inefficient industries, from aerospace to construction, are next in line for this kind of algorithmic manufacturing? That's the ripple effect we really need to watch.